Last year, a record number of fires burned across Canada, and experts fear this year could be worse. More than 100 wildfires are still smoldering this winter, and this past week, Alberta called an early start to the wildfire season, 10 days earlier than usual. In the West, officials are worried about a phenomenon called zombie fires. Those are fires that smolder beneath the soil surface, hidden from view, ready to spring to life anytime. Mike Flanagan is a professor and wildfire expert at Thompson Rivers University, and he joins us now from Kamloops, British Columbia. Thanks, Mike. We do appreciate this today.
Oh, my pleasure, Hillary.
So these fires that are still burning in the winter, help us understand how abnormal, how unusual this is.
Well, these are not unheard of. The Fort Murray fire, for example, started May 1st, 2016, was declared out the summer of 2017. But the amount of overwintering fires, we call them, someone coined the phrase zombie fire, and it seems to have stuck. They survive through the winter by burning underground, smoldering. You can see the smoke, and you can have snow cover on the forest floor, but they continue to smolder. And most years they're not a concern because they're in the black, they're inside the fire. But the 2023 fire season was exceptional, record smashing. Some of the fires are bigger than Prince Edward Island. And so you think about going around the edge of Prince Edward Island, putting out all the hot spots. That's how big these fires are. And the fire season went well into the fall. So we have a whole bunch of hot spots along the edge of the fire. The snow melts, it gets warm, dry, and windy, and these fires could grow again. And that's the concern. And it's been mild and exceptionally dry. We've got drought in BC, level 5 in the northeast corner, and parts of northern Alberta, southern territories. And you're right, there's well over 100 fires burning. Some are new. BC has another controlled fire started on Friday. Yes, it's February, and that's exceptionally early for this part of the world.
So what do you think all of this then suggests about what we might see for the wildfire season this spring and summer?
Well, despite what some people may say, no one knows the future for sure. It's been mild and dry for many parts of Western Canada. And yes, we have lots of fires on the landscape. So the potential is really high for an active spring. The deck's loaded, the odds are in favor, the dice are loaded, whatever phrase you want to use. And we've already seen fires in Alberta and BC in 2024. So I expect an active spring fire season. Summer, it's just too far away. I mean, the seasonal forecasts do suggest warmer than normal, which usually means more fire activity. But sometimes it's hard to forecast the next few days, let alone what the summer is going to look like.
Right.
El Nino's waning, so who knows?
Is there anything that humans can do, that the provinces can do right now to try and mitigate some of this? Or are we really just sort of dependent on this point of whatever it is that Mother Nature doles out this spring and summer?
Oh, there's lots we can do. So half the fires in Canada are started by humans. And particularly that's true in spring. Our lightning season is more like in the summer. So we can do things by not starting fires, observing fire bans, even using forest closures where you close the forest down to industrial activity and recreational activity. Very unpopular, but very effective. And they were used last year in Alberta and Nova Scotia. So we can do things. And of course, if you see a fire, report it right away. So if it's an unwanted fire, we can put it out right away.
And just finally here, Mike, is there any amount of fire that you would say is normal or even healthy?
Sure, our boreal forests have adapted and survive and thrive in a regime of semi-regular, stand replacing, stand renewing, high-intensity fire. There are things like the pines, lodgepole, jack pine, have serotinous cones, and actually needs the heat from the fire to open those cones up to release the seeds. So yeah, fire is normal, and we have to learn to live with fire and sometimes the smoke that comes with the fire. But if we see too much fire, then the forest won't be able to regenerate, and our forests will convert to grasslands or shrublands. It doesn't mean we won't have fire, because grasslands can burn every year, but our forests may disappear if we continue on this trajectory.
Mike, thank you for this. We do appreciate your time today.
Oh, my pleasure, Hillary.
Mike Flanagan for us.